Hi, I'm Mitch Allen, Field Development Officer with Nufarm. Terrad'or is our new Group 14 spike herbicide, the active ingredient tiafenicil. It has key activity on a range of important broadleaf weeds, and more importantly, it has true grass activity, a unique feature in the Group 14 space.
Hi, I'm David Keetch and I'm the Field Development Officer for Nufarm in South Australia.
So hi, I'm Craig Pry from Elders at Roseworthy. I've been with Elders for 16 years, predominantly based out of this branch, so yeah, know the area pretty well.
Terrad'or's new to Nufarm. What are your experiences with Terrad'or?
Yeah, so I've used it in a couple situations as a summer knockdown, and then also in the pre-immersion mix in front of some wheat. Just have a bit of a play with it and see where I think it fits.
Yeah, what did you like about it in those two scenarios?
The fast knockdown was impressive. I went out 7 to 8 days after we did the initial application, and yeah, it looked like I'd put spray seed over the paddock. It was just brown, and yeah, it was really sort of robust weeds that got away over summer, and yeah, really happy with the job.
You mentioned using it in the preceding knockdown. How have you found the short plant backs to be favourable for you?
Yeah, that's a really important point because yeah, most guys are flat out now. We can't afford to be spraying and then moving on to other stuff. So particularly like, I guess, the zero plant back on legumes.
Yep.
So we can take out big milk thistle or marshmallow or things like that and go straight in with the legumes. Where in the past we may have had to use ester and try to hold off sowing and things like that. So it just gives that flexibility and ease of use pattern, I guess.
Have you seen any of its activity on grass?
No, not in broadacre, but in trials, yeah, and it looks quite impressive in that situation.
Lucky we showed you that trial site today.
So yeah, and then now in my mind it's just a matter of, yeah, how we use it, I guess, in that situation, whether we do glyphosate or with paraquat or a double knock situation. So
yeah, so you've mentioned those two. What products have you been mixing it with so far?
Pre-immersion mix we did glyphosate, Secura, Avadex, oil, pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
Yep, so that one in the summer knockdown was pretty much just glyphosate and Terrad'or with the oil, as opposed to, I guess, that sort of mix we would have been probably an ester hammer or something along those lines, and just being next to glass houses, Virginia, and the Barossa Valley, it's obviously not really responsible to be using ester in those situations, so we do need another option up our sleeve.
How did it compare to other Group 14s that you've been using? You mentioned hammer.
Yeah.
How did it compare to that and others?
Yeah, I guess with the hammer we've probably got the roundup rate right, so the roundup's doing a lot of the heavy lifting as well as the hammer, so we've sort of got good control, but just seeing the fast knockdown. Farmers are happy when they see things, when it's visualised for them, so yeah, they look at that and go, they're impressed, and yeah, you sort of forget about it, I guess, and move on to the next job.
So will you be recommending it going forward?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking to have more of a play with it this summer, and then yeah, just trying to have a bit of a look at the grass control in the pre-immersion mix with a few guys, but yeah, definitely keen to have a hell of a lot more play with it, yeah.
So with all that in mind, will it be replacing existing spike products for you?
Yeah, to some extent I think it will. Obviously it depends on the weed spectrum and what we're chasing, but yeah, just potentially removing ester out of that mix and being able to go straight into sowing legumes straight away would be yeah, beneficial for the farmers.